I'd say this was a good first hammock experience. I had a hell of a time going to sleep though. Just couldn't get comfortable in this thing. Like, it's comfortable because you're not on the ground anymore, but you're limited in how you can actually lay, and then when you move, you feel like you might roll out of it, and you feel like it, I don't know. I feel like the thing stretched and got lower overnight. I don't know, I must have laid here for 4 hours before I actually went to sleep. And I think what actually helped me go to sleep was when the temperature dropped, because I had to get into the sleeping bag to stay warm, and the comfort of the sleeping bag sort of overrode the comfort of what position I was laying in. But I'll tell you, I'm not stiff or anything. I feel good. It's kind of weird not having like a wall though. I heard a bunch of coyotes last night. I thought they could come up, and if they saw me, they might notice that I'm a thing. You know, like a living thing, because they could see me. And they might come up and smell me or something. Whereas if you had a tent and it was blocking off you from view, or whatever, then they probably aren't gonna assume that you're a person. I don't know. At the end of the day, animals never really actually tend to bother people in the woods. I've never had that really be an issue. But there's something about not having a wall to separate you visually from one of those things that, I don't know, makes you uncomfortable. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but I slept under a tree with a lot of limbs on it last night. This one and this one look like they're about ready to fall. But they didn't fall. There's some elk out here right now, screaming at each other. I need to get up. But I'm gonna wait a little bit while longer. This might be the easiest packing up of a campsite that I've ever done. Whew. Should always dismantle your entire site. Try to hide that you've been there. At least when you're camping off trail, like I am doing. I don't really want to spread those ashes out because I'm not quite sure if any of them are still hot. I did pee on that last night though, so I guess I'll just kick dirt on it. What I'm not going to do is cover that back up with pine needles, just in case. But once this place gets a good rain or a good snow, you're not going to know this was here. Whew. I am winded from doing all that. Holy crap. I think it's the altitude. So which one of you has been buying my stuff on Redbubble? Like a year ago, I put my artwork on Redbubble to try and make some stickers, and the stickers turned out terrible, so I never pursued it. But I left the artwork on there so anyone who found it could still buy it. And I never promoted it on my channel. But every couple months I get a notification that says somebody bought my sticker on Redbubble. And I wonder, like, is it just some random office worker who's like, yeah, Fridays are the bomb? Or is it somebody that actually knows what this is? So if you buy my stuff on Redbubble, please, I encourage you to go to my eBay store and buy one of my transfer stickers. They're much higher quality. I think you'll enjoy it very much. You know, next time I come out here and go camping, I'm bringing more water. That's one thing that I always end up not having enough of. As soon as I get to camp, I'll pretty much drink a whole Nalgene bottle. Then after I hang out and eat food for a while, by the time I go to sleep, I've already finished the other bottle. Then when I wake up, I don't have any water. Well, I'm going to let my body cool off a little bit, and then I think we're going to get going. I think I'll leave my hoodie off until I think I need it. My $10 Fruit of the Loom sweatshirt. These things are so cheap, I buy a new one every year just because I can. Ready to go bushwhacking? Everything's buttoned down. Now we gotta bushwhack our way out of here. This road in was really rough, and I'm not looking forward to it. Let this baby warm up for a second. All right. Well, this vlog's gonna have to wait until I get out of here, I think, because I can't concentrate on talking and riding around all these boulders. This is the spot where I camped the first time, is right off in there. But I didn't want to be that close to that family camping. This would be a much better Jeep trail than a motorcycle trail. Oh man, it's really nice up here. You know, I don't know if I've ever brought this up, but my intros for these camping videos were inspired by that dude in blue, the guy on YouTube that does car reviews. Because he always started his review with a nice cinematic intro of the car that he was talking about, and I always thought that was pretty cool. Like that was one of the few intros on YouTube that I actually wanted to sit through, and I thought, I'm gonna try and do something like that. Try to introduce people to the environment that I'm in, and introduce people to my bike, and show the tent off and stuff like that. Because I think it's important, like as an artist, I think it's important to be inspired by other people and to take things like that and build on them and make them your own. Because that's how I think like the community grows, and that's how new ideas are expressed. So like as new content creators, like you should look at stuff on the internet that you like and stuff that you appreciate, and then try to put your own spin on it. You know, as like a new moto vlogger, it's kind of hard to come up with something that's like unique and interesting. But yeah, I love that guy. I haven't watched any of his videos in years. But I used to watch him every once in a while when he was doing like those super fast like Lancer evolutions and all that stuff, and it was just really fun to see his intros. And like a lot of his music, I just go there and I'd look at what channels he was getting his music from, and then I would go there and search for music on his channels. Like, I don't even care if people are inspired by the way that I do this and want to try to copy some of what I do, because like I edit everything to music, you know, and like between topics or between conversations or like in the video, I don't just cut from one to the other. I try to put like a little bumper of music in the middle, just to try to show you that one segment has ended and another segment is starting. I think that smooths it out a little bit. It's easy enough to do when you're editing that it's not, like, you don't have to overthink it. Just throw some music down, throw a couple shots of the bike on the road. People are like, oh yeah, okay. That last conversation stopped and this new conversation started. I think that kind of stuff works out really well. I watched a lot of Casey Neistat too. I haven't watched him in a while either, but like if you pay attention to how he breaks up segments, he does the same thing. He just uses a lot of like extra B-roll that's like really cinematic, like drone shots and lots of fancy pre-edited things. And it's just, I don't know, you can learn a lot about editing if you think about how somebody is trying to tell a story and what techniques they've used to do that. Another thing I've been doing since I started was I try to cut out any like unnecessary gaps in speech or in writing. I think a lot of times when guys get GoPros and helmet cameras, they want to just show everything, but the reality is, as you're watching this, like nobody really wants to see 15 seconds of you riding down a road if nothing's going on, and they actually come here to hear you talk. So that's one of the things I always try to do, is if I'm silent for too long and nothing interesting happens, like I'm not riding up a hill or something like that, I try to cut that out, and I don't I give it no mercy. Earlier, this thing did not sound great. There's like a rattle in there. I don't know if you can hear that. I hope this thing gets me home, because I don't have a motorcycle trailer set up. So let's not skip a beat. Actually, no, I have to put earplugs in. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Good friends, good drinks, good eats. Latex, good sex, good grief. No face, no hate, no beef. Ain't nay, you lay straight heat. All done, all shucks, ain't sass. What's up? Y'all made me blush. Y'all just too much. Got a swag like Tip in a drop top Chevy with the roof wide open. Cooler than the Eddie, I'm chillin'. You can't kill my mood, no. You can't kill my mood, no. You can't kill my mood,